Hi there, welcome back. We say that an object is in motion when it is moving. Oops, that was very close. Was that ball in motion? It was, really fast. When objects move, their positions change. We study motion in physics to be able to describe how objects move and what makes them move. We have come to know that the motion of objects is controlled by forces. We will see in detail when we get to the lesson on Newton's law of motion. For now, it is sufficient to know that the branch of physics that deals with the motion of objects without paying attention to the forces that cause them to move is called kinematics. On the other hand, dynamics is the branch of physics that studies motion in relation to the forces that cause them. So in kinematics, the question is simply, how do objects move? While in dynamics, the question is, why do objects move the way they do? When objects move, they do so in different ways. The core of this lesson is for us to understand the different types of motion so that we will be able to identify them when we encounter them. We shall be treating the following types of motion. Number 1, translational and rectilinear motion. Number 2, random motion. Number 3, rotational and spin motion. And lastly, oscillatory and circular or orbital motion. Now, we start with the first one. Translational motion occurs when rigid objects move from one point in space to another without a change in orientation. You see that ball that wanted to hit my head? Not again. You see that ball? It's one of them. That motion is an example of translational motion. Please note that a motion is translational does not mean it must be in a straight line. However, when it happens in a straight line, it is called rectilinear motion. For example, for the troublesome ball that wants to hit my head, the motion is from one point A to another point B along a straight line. Another example of translational motion is an arrow shot into the air in a manner that it follows a curved path. Yes, that is an example of a translational motion which is not rectilinear because the path is not a straight line. Now, let's look at the second type of motion, random motion. In random motion, objects move in a very disorderly manner and they keep changing direction. Yes, that is why the motion is called random, because it is haphazard. Do you see that? That is exactly how disorderly gas molecules move in reality. This disorderly motion of molecules and atoms is also called the Brownian motion, named after Robert Brown, who was the first scientist that noticed it. Tiny dust particles and smoke suspended in the air also move in this manner. Don't stop learning.